Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Digico Productions. My name is Sean, behind the camera is Owen. Dublin, Ireland, July the 4th, 2017. Now, this one actually came across my DAB radio just as I was leaving work. And I was paying particular attention to it. It's another homeless horror story. I understand that last week they've taken to releasing weekly homeless figures as the figures increase. As you may or may not know, we have something called a fairly major housing crisis here. Now, I understand that last week a further 69 children became homeless. This is Dublin, Ireland, 2017. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. It just amazes me. Now, the reason for this is not because of our lack of house building, but I was listening to a very interesting hypothesis, and I actually think it's true. You see, because our construction industry effectively died in 2008 during an economic crash, we've had no really effective house building for about 9 years in the Republic of Ireland. Now, what's happened, and this isn't necessarily a governmental issue, this is to do with economics and forces outside of the control of the government. But what's been happening is, at the end of rental terms, landlords have been terminating the rental agreements with their tenants and re-advertising the property at a much higher price, as demand has rocketed in Dublin for rental property. Now, what's interesting about this is that the people who've just had their rentals terminated have looked around and have had to say, I actually can't afford to rent anywhere in Dublin anymore. It's actually beyond me. And this is happening to families all over the country, all over the city. It's not just a Dublin issue, it's a national issue. Now, the government have introduced some quite good schemes. The HAP scheme, which is very good. But it would seem that these schemes are just not solving the problem. For another 69 children to be homeless last week in a country like this, you know, with a GDP of, what was it last year, 136 billion? Seems to me absolutely amazing. There is one solution, which I thought would be interesting: rent certainty. Now that would require the government doing two things: A, ensuring that HAP payments were high enough to compensate for what are very high rents, and B, also effectively putting a ceiling on commercial property rentals for some of the social sector. I can't see why that can't be done. It seems to make sense to me. I rather like the idea. It would fix the problem overnight. Thank you very much. Oh.